Cheryl Zondi is expected to take the stand in the Gqeberha High Court in the trial against televangelist Timothy Omotoso and his two co-accused, that's Lusanda Sulani and Zukiswa Sitho.
In fact, Zondi was the first witness who told the court back in 2018 that Omotoso raped her between 2010 and 2015. So, what should we expect in court today? Let's take you there live, bring in our reporter Siphosethu Booi, who's watching developments, and we should probably put some kind of warning, Siphosethu, about how some of the details around the story are a bit graphic and may be concerning. But perhaps take us through what Cheryl Zondi has shared before in public, because it was the kind of testimony that made headlines.
Yeah, definitely, Ayanda. I mean, you remember that Cheryl Zondi was only 14 years old when she was first sexually abused by Timothy Omotoso. Furthermore, she also mentioned the fact that she was aware that some of the other girls could also possibly be victims of the same man's actions. But at the time, they were too scared and also knew of the great repercussions that came with speaking out against this powerful man who was much respected, and also a man whom they claimed that made miracles happen, and he was very good at threatening people and also putting spells and curses over people, and those actions of whatever it is that he was saying would actually happen. Furthermore, you remember, of course, the line of questioning from the defense lawyer Peter Doberman, who also asked Cheryl Zondi just how many centimeters did, of course, his rapist penetrate her, and then at that point, that's when, of course, the presiding judge at the time, Mandela Makaula, really just objected to the line of questioning. Later on, the same judge who presided over the first leg of the trial had to recuse himself, also because of the issue of the fact that Cheryl Zondi's accommodation was actually booked at a guest house where his wife actually owned, and of course he said that he'd recuse himself because he was afraid of the repercussions, or rather that would come with the issue of being biased towards Cheryl Zondi, issuing also the fact that he was one that really tried to stop Mr. Doberman in his line of questioning. And furthermore, now the current presiding Judge Iman Skuman, who is a retired judge, Ayanda, the only way that she could actually be able to get the evidence or hear the evidence that was previously stated inside a court was if Cheryl Zondi repeated her testimony today in the High Court of Gqeberha. So we are expecting her to make her way here. And you remember that yesterday there was a wrap-up in the cross-examination against the 33-year-old Viseka Nondlazi, who gave testimony to the court, also stating the fact that she was also a part of the group that Cheryl Zondi was singing in church. And of course, Peter Doberman saying that his client, Timothy Omotoso, objects to the fact that he rather ever called Nondlazi to his room. The only time he could have possibly called her inside his room was to rub or massage his feet. Nothing sexual ever happened after that. So we will be hearing Cheryl Zondi give testimony again to this particular High Court here in Gqeberha at 9:30 this morning, Gayanda.
Yeah, and very briefly, Siphosethu, if you can, Viseka was the 12th witness to actually appear as a witness in this trial. I wonder if you get a sense that there's some kind of picture crystallizing around perhaps even just the modus operandi allegedly used by Timothy Omotoso.
Oh, definitely, Ayanda. If you look at Vyokazi Nondlazi as well as Cheryl Zondi, the first thing that you will first notice is the fact that these are beautiful, confident women. And the fact that if whether or not they were able to sing is one that we can't really compare Cheryl Zondi to Nondlazi, because we do know that Cheryl Zondi has also said that she's into music now. And also at the same time, the fact that they were called inside the room to massage Timothy Omotoso's feet is the same modus operandi that we actually listened to the same witness who was also a part of this group that Cheryl Zondi was singing in, which Timothy Omotoso says that these girls were the ones that actually came to him and said that they wanted to move to Durban. That's where the girls asked him to coach them as far as music is concerned. Furthermore, you will also remember the fact that Viseka Nondlazi was actually visited the church and was invited to the church by her stepfather stepmother. So you really do pick up that these were young girls who had no father figures in their homes. And that's when Timothy Omotoso had told her, Unondlazi, that he wanted to change her life. So those are the two most common patterns. The issue of the fact that these are young, beautiful girls. They were at an early age when they joined the church. Furthermore, they joined the church because they wanted to be a part of the church group. And furthermore, they were first asked to go to his room to massage his feet, Ayanda. So we probably will also hear the details around some of the requests that were made by Pastor Timothy Omotoso to Cheryl Zondi prior the rape accusations, or rather the rape incidents actually occurred. So it could possibly also be the issue of the fact that they had to kneel before him when they greeted him also, because we do know that Nonjazi mentioned that as well. So
right.
Those are just some of the common modus operandi that I actually picked up from the two, of course, witnesses that already one took to the stand and the one is about to take to the stand this morning to give further detail with regards to some of those requests that were made by Pastor Timothy Omotoso to them.
Siphosethu, Booi, part of our team in Gqeberha, watching this trial as it unfolds. For now, Siphosethu, thanks very much indeed.